Welcome to the 5 o'clock news.
No.
This is your host. What?
You gotta start off with a song, dude.
What song?
Sleep with your ass open, gripping your penis tight.
Whoa.
Exit wife. Enter guys.
Come up with that?
Dude, off the rip.
Swear to God.
I thought about it on the way here over from, because that song came on, and I just thought, like, what if Metallica was gay?
Wait, you swear that was you?
No.
Oh,
That was
man.
the guy I was going to say. Like, there's no way.
Very nice.
Thank you. What's on the 5 o'clock news?
I don't know. I don't,
Boo-boo keys.
yeah.
What are boo-boo keys a real thing?
I think so. I think like toy keys. I don't know.
I see.
I just
What?
remember it from SpongeBob.
Oh.
Like the Bubble Buddy episode. The guy's like, boo-boo keys.
God, I feel like I don't even know who you guys are anymore. We take a week off. And
Yeah.
That's what we did last time.
Yeah.
Are we on like a? Oh, you're right. We're
Yeah.
on like an
We had
alternating
an island
schedule.
episode 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. How'd you guys golf?
He golfed good. I golfed like doo-doo ass. Could not stop slicing the ball. We couldn't figure it out. We tried everything.
I chipped in from the bunker while I was in St. George.
Oh.
Ooh, let's go.
Yeah, it was kind of sick.
Kind of nice.
Yeah, I did not. So
My
I
first-
did. I was in the bunker once, so I got out pretty nice.
Yeah, I almost killed a family while I was down there. I was on hole. It was really weird. It was like it was hole 3, but it was pointed directly back at 1, which I thought was kind of a weird course shape. I don't know. In any case, I flew the green by a lot, and I'm sitting there and I'm going 4 maybe, 4 maybe, 4 maybe, and it goes through the windshield. Out the back, like through the bags. Thankfully the windshield wasn't up, but that area of the cart. And that guy gets out of his cart and he goes, "No fucking 4, are you kidding me?"
Oh.
Yeah, and I felt bad.
Yeah.
Totally
You're like,
my
I
fault.
did. It's really windy.
And you know, it's hard to apologize from like 180 yards out. You're like, sorry. You don't even know if he's hearing you.
My
you know?
bad.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and it doesn't sound that sincere. Like, you know, so that was my. It was very ups and downs. I actually almost hit people twice, and I chipped in twice. So I like,
Wow.
balanced
There
out.
you go.
I've done that. I've done that before where I hit somebody. I went right through a windshield of
Yeah.
somebody's cart. So I was playing with some coworkers a handful of years back, and I'm hitting the ball really good. I'm hitting my that was like the best I've ever hit my driver. It was probably in thanks to the 9 spiked Arnold Palmers that I had that day.
A little bit of swing juice.
Yeah, and so it was this kind of dogleg left hole, and I started up the right side. I was like, "Oh, this is perfect." It's drawn back to the left. I was like, "Oh, this is perfect." And then I see the cart girl driving in the middle of the fairway.
Oh no,
She's driving in the middle of the fairway,
it's her fault.
and I was like, "Oh, that looks like that's kind of close." And then we're watching it still. It's like, "Oh, that looks like really close." Bam! hits the windshields fold down.
Yeah.
Hit the top, hit like where it's folded down,
my God.
bounced right through the windshield. Ended up in the rough. I was like, "What the hell? What'd you do that for?" I tipped
blaming her?
I tipped her an extra $1.
An extra
Nice.
for her
There you go.
troubles.
Yeah, for
There you go.
troubles. I was like,
Yeah, you know,
yeah.
I had this invention. I think I may have told you guys about it. I want to buy a lot in Vegas and go through all of the nightmares that would be insurance and everything, and have like a drunk driving test course.
I think we have. I think we have talked about
And
this.
I realized
Have we?
that's just golf.
so.
I realized
Yeah, that's exactly
Illegal
right.
drunk driving.
it really
Yeah,
is.
it's encouraged. in
Drunk
fact.
driving simulator.
I mean, seriously, how is that not illegal, or is it? Could a cop
in
come
the
on?
carts, you're probably fine. Once you leave, that's when it becomes
Yeah.
illegal.
Could a cop come to a golf course and be like, "Sir, step out of the vehicle"? Could you imagine the aura
I mean,
loss?
they
it would
could-
take?
maybe I think if it was a public road, I think that's where.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's where we.
Because I was gonna say you can get like a DUI for being on like a scooter or like a horse if you're
Yes,
drunk.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
like I think if you're on the course, you're not. Yeah, unless you took that cart onto the road, then
Yeah.
you're probably fine.
Yeah,
There's no cars on the cart path.
I think that might. That's just my guess is that the public road thing is where the line is drawn.
So
But that's just my.
What I'm hearing is I could definitely do this then, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably
sure.
Yeah. If you have, yeah.
Well, If they're actual cars, that might change the rules. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
What if there's like a threshold of like how fast the cart goes?
Yeah.
Because you could have a fast golf cart. Maybe they're like, chill out. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, this old guy I used to play with had a nice like Yamaha cart, and it went like 30. It was sick. It was like you could fly in that. Like, you just like fly by everybody else in the group's cart. It was sick.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna get a monster truck cart. Just
Get it lifted.
Demo the rest of the carts on there.
yeah, exactly.
And just get tires on it, so where you just destroy the golf course.
But no, seriously, I was swinging it pretty well. My driver, which usually is my only good club, was my only bad club. Like I was pretty good stick around the green and on the green, and I was actually hitting my irons pretty okay. It was a good round of golf. I scrambled with a buddy and we shot like 2 or 3 over. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
So
My dad told me he's golfing today. He got paired with a random 2 dudes, which personally for me, that's like a hell.
oh, dude.
I would, if I'm going to golf by myself, I
Really?
do not want 2 dudes I don't know to golf with me. No, not really.
Oh, that's
Especially with my skill
Yeah,
level, dude.
I'm
I don't
just
need them
used-
seeing that.
Yeah, I guess I'm just used to it.
I guess, yeah. But no, he said that they were cool though, so he didn't mind
Yeah.
at all.
Being in golf, the Masters was insane.
Oh my
We haven't
God.
had podcasts since the Masters, but that was insane.
Oh, so good.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
So much back and forth. Like Rory was like, oh, I'm up by 4. It's like, oh, actually, I'm down by 1.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, I'm actually gonna hit the best shot ever.
He
on
almost
15.
blew it. Is that when he got the eagle? Or
No, he made an insane shot on 15 on Saturday. And
Shot
made,
of the
made
tournament.
eagle.
Shot of the tournament.
And well, I think that one on Sunday might have been the shot of the tournament. The draw around the trees.
That was so good.
even though
too.
he missed the pot, but
I mean, even the playoff hole, that second shot was
yeah,
amazing. Like,
yeah, that was insane. That was crazy.
and like, you know, what I think is going to come of this is all these sports, you are clearly physically capable, but you have this mental block, and that's gone for Rory now. And he's obviously still playing really good golf. I think he's going to go on a tear.
I
think so?
I think he's going to go.
he's out of his own
earth.
head now.
100%. You
Yeah,
have to be.
I think he's going to go scorched earth. He's really good at Quail Hollow, where the PGA Championship is.
And when's that?
Next month.
In May.
Yeah, and then Oakmont's a bombers course for the U.S. Open, and then the Open is in Northern Ireland where he's from. So
Yeah.
home game. So
And
you'd think he's got to win at least one more, maybe. He's
Dude,
got a fighting
100%.
chance. I mean, he didn't even have his like best stuff. Like he was like yakking it up every once in a while, and he still won. Like
Yeah.
he was still dominating.
his putting looked
Yeah.
like up and down, I guess. But you know,
Yeah, he missed a few like really short ones.
and
Yeah.
it's tough because like everyone is, you know,
Yeah.
and it's just the spotlight's on him. But he shores that up and oof. But shout out to Rose, man.
Yeah.
He played pretty out of
Yeah,
his
that's
mind.
10 birdies on Sunday. Insane.
Played great.
a lot.
And he finished his shot out, gave Rory the moment. I mean, that's class. It's just pure class. You love to see that.
Mm-hmm.
You really do.
Yeah, that was a hell of a tournament. So yeah.
What do you think you'd shoot on that, Carson? Like for me, I'm shooting a 500 at Augusta.
Oh man.
Assume you have your stuff that day,
Assume,
like you're
assume I
on.
have my stuff.
Yeah, like you're playing good.
Probably like 80, 85. If I have my stuff, I don't know. If I really have my stuff, probably like 75.
You think you could go like
77, 78.
you're
probably.
like 6 over or something.
Yeah. If I'm, and yeah, and that's if I really have it. And
No,
then
we're assuming shit's going right for you
Yeah.
in this.
like a normal like run of the mill day. I'm probably shooting like 85.
It's like a bogey day.
Yeah, I'm probably shooting 85 there. I mean, that place is just so insane. The thing is, you have to be a short game wizard out there.
And yeah, I mean,
And you know, my short game's been all right this year. My putting's been terrible until today.
did you putt good?
He's pretty
Yeah,
on it.
I put it pretty well.
Those greens were so slow, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just whenever I usually ended up pretty far away from the pin. So like putting, I just could not get close on the first one.
At the old rolling green.
Yeah, they were
How does it look?
very slow. It was nice.
It's in good shape. Yeah. I was talking to the super right before I was waiting for Joe to get there, and yeah, it's looking good, already for being April, mid to late April. I mean, it'll come in nice for sure.
I don't, I honestly think our communities get we got all new batting cages down at our field. Got a new scoreboard. Got some turf put in certain areas, and I think maybe we're on the up.
There you go.
There we go.
All right, let's get this thing rolling for real.
Greetings and welcome to episode 10 of the Mick Mac Joe podcast. Mick, Joe, how we doing?
We're doing so good. Honestly, I just got back from Vegas/Southern Utah, and I had some really good food, soaked up some really good sun. Only downside, genuinely, is my AC is out in my truck, and I want
same.
I want you to imagine this for a moment. Close your eyes. You just went on the biggest bender of your life. Tons of alcohol. You've been there before, right? You know that setting.
Yeah,
Sure.
3 days straight of getting lit up. Sunday morning, it's Easter. You wake up brutally hungover. You have to drive in the Nevada desert with no AC, just hung camel cock.
I'd simply roll the window down.
I did, and it did not help. It really did not. Anyway,
That's how it
That's
was.
terrible.
Well, luckily, I'll get to this in a second. I'll let you finish though.
Jokes aside, though, and that really was the worst part of the trip. Everything else, super fun. Played some good golf. Went to some fun clubs. Hung out with some good people, and I got no complaints currently, man. I'm living.
Awesome, dude. Love to hear that. I'm doing pretty well. I just got back from Mexico.
Hell yeah.
That was a great time. We're on the island of Cozumel. And I was gonna say we had a rental car there, and we had luckily it did have AC, but we were just driving. I was like, oh, it's nice out. I'm turning the AC off, roll these windows down. But it's so humid there that it's too hot to do that.
Yeah.
I think the coldest it usually was like mid to high 80s while we were there during the day. At night, the coldest it got was maybe like 74.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, dude, I had the AC cranked up at night. It was
What'd you do?
unbearable.
What'd you do in Mexico? I want to hear
What I
about
did in
it.
Mexico, we went to the beach a lot, like every day.
Good.
It was very fun.
Good.
I received the worst sunburn of my life on my entire back, all of
It's
it.
terrible.
I had to sleep on my stomach for 2 nights, and like when I tried I got a little bit on the back of my arms too, so I tried to put my arm up under my head, and it just hurt a lot.
I hate
That's the
sunburns,
worst.
man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that hurt. It was like sitting up was unbearable. That's just pain. But then the aftermath of that was the back peeling. It peeled.
You still got that
everywhere.
going on? You got
I got a
some
little bit going on
reptile
still.
skin going?
I got the reptile skin now. I got all the big ones out of the way now. Just the small dry stuff. But,
Save them for me. I'll take a
yeah.
chomp.
There's like maybe 4 pounds of skin on my office floor, I'd say.
Nice.
Because that Monday back was like when it first like got really like bad and itchy.
Yeah, you're just
and
shedding.
oh,
You're
dude,
just
I-
shedding like a golden
the
retriever.
my shirt was just cut. I went to the bathroom and took my shirt off and shook it out because I could not stand it anymore.
yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Joe Wade Jerky. We will be selling the scraps.
Yeah. Ooh.
Well, it was
Sounds
very-
good, actually.
It was a
Well,
lot
we got
of-
barbecue, we've got jalapeno, and we've
Oh.
got peppered. So
Oh. Sweet and sour?
not yet. That'll be next month's
That's-
drop.
yeah.
But it was a good time. We went snorkeling 2 times, and like it was like we just rented the stuff is like $20, and you can go for all day if you wanted. And yeah, I never done that. And it was really cool. There were a lot of coral, a lot of tropical fish. But I think the highlights, we saw a barracuda.
Oh,
It
nice.
was kind of far off. You could like make out the outline, a little bit of the colors on it. And, we tried to keep our distance. When it disappeared, I kept like looking behind us of like,
Yeah.
where's this fucker at? Just in case,
When it gets close, all you hear is dun 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 dun.
Yeah, hearts playing. in the
Yeah,
background.
exactly.
Yeah. Dude, I used to be terrified of barracudas because of Finding Nemo.
Which one's the
The
barracuda?
one that ate all the eggs. That's a barracuda.
Oh yeah.
But some of the other things we saw, what else? We saw, so Taylor was like, my girlfriend, she's like, oh, come over here. There's a stingray. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll come check it out. So I start swimming that way, and this big old stingray comes swimming by. And I was like, yo, there it is. She's like, that's not the one I saw. She's like, that's way bigger than what I saw.
Did it have the thing?
It had the barb, but we kept our distance. It was swimming away from us, but it was really cool. She got a great video of that.
Nice.
And but then we like went over, and there was like this little tiny white stingray. I was like, oh, well, that's not as cool, but it's still cool, I guess.
Right.
We saw like maybe 6 or 8 squids just swimming around. Didn't ink us, so that's good.
Damn.
Puffer fish. There was like, we saw one puffer fish, and we saw like a few different ones, and we like tried to look them up after to see what they were. And she's like, oh, here's one of them. She's reading. Is like, it says it's like the second most toxic puffer fish there
Pufferfish
is.
are like super poisonous.
They'll get you.
Yeah. So again, like those are the ones we try to keep our distance from.
I imagine this is the day you got your burn, right? You're on your back,
Yeah.
or you're
So
on your stomach.
the first day we were there, I fell asleep on the beach with my chest up. Fine, no burn at all. Like no, I put sunscreen on. Yeah. The second day, we didn't go snorkeling. We went in the water for a little bit, but I didn't even have my back to the sun, and I got a burn. It was light burn, felt a little toasty on my back. Third day, we went snorkeling. That night was when it was like the worst pain.
See, that's what first came to
and
my
that's
mind.
what I thought too. I was like, it had to have been the snorkeling. So like the second time we went snorkeling, I was like, I'll just like be on my back while she does it, and I'll just hang out with her.
Nice.
And then I went the last day when it was like 4:35, so like the UV was down. So I was like, all right, I'll do it again.
A lot of free drinks, a lot of free food, right? Or was it not all inclusive?
No. So where we went was So where we stayed was like not really a resort kind of. It was like in the middle of the island, like in the jungle, and it was like super nice, and also like really cheap. So that's why I kind of wanted to go there, save a little money. But
Sure.
But we got free breakfast every day, and like there were some things I was like, I never thought about having this for breakfast, like enchiladas with chicken, like a club sandwich. Like it was good. Like the breakfast was awesome. And we went to one beach club where it was like you can get free drinks for like 4 hours, and it was like you pay for food.
Did you do any partying or
No, we didn't really even go to town because like, I think next time we do it, I might try to do something on the resort side of it, because then you could get like easy access to a taxi. They can take you places in town. But for us, we had the rental car in the middle of the island, and everyone there drives like motorcycles and stuff. So there's not a lot of great parking for cars. So we only went to town one night, and then the last day we were there to do a little bit of walking around shopping. So
Nice.
If we had like access to a taxi, we would have done more of that maybe. But it was really fun.
no Uber? Is that a dumb
No,
question?
they don't have. I don't think they have Uber there. I mean, we could have called a taxi to take us places, but it just felt very inconvenient for where we were. But
Well, dude, you could have got murdered like I almost did. We were on Fremont Street, and I call an Uber to get back to the Venetian. This is at like 4:30 in the morning, and no one is in any form of sober state, like even remotely. And oh my god, and we get the Uber. Finally, it finds us at the Golden Nugget, and the Uber driver goes, "Hey, can you change your pickup location? It's not letting me start the ride." And I'm like, I'm hammered. I'm like, yeah, I don't really know how to do that, man. So he's like, I can just do it on your phone. So I hand him my phone, and he cancels the ride. And I'm like, and I'm just kind of sitting there like, what's going on here?
it's like you pay cash.
Exactly. And he was like, hey, you can Zelle, Cash App. And I'm like, wait, why didn't you just change the location like you were going to? He was like, oh, Uber's glitching. And my friend who was with me doesn't take shit. Like he is a no bullshit kind of guy. And he was like, I just watched you cancel the fucking ride, dude. Like, what is wrong with you? And he's like, what are you talking about, sir? I don't know what you're talking about. And Marcus like, you fucking freak. I'm leaving this car right now. And he's like, the guy was like, no, don't leave the car. And I was like, I am getting out of this vehicle right now.
Oh
Like,
my god, yeah, fuck that.
yeah, it was super weird, dude.
Well, yeah, some of them ask you like, hey, just cancel the ride, and then like you can pay me like cash or Zelle, and like you can pay less because then they still make more from that,
right,
even with you paying less. So
I get it was the way he did it because I've had
no, that's like freaky. I would get
Yeah,
out of that
that's crazy.
situation.
because I was in San Francisco one time and I was in like Marin.
Oh, nice area.
It is. So you've been.
Oh yeah.
It's a little north of San Francisco, right? And we had to go from Marin to San Jose. Do you know?
Oh my God! Why didn't you, what?
In an Uber.
What?
I swear to
was
God.
it like $8,000?
It was $124.
Oh my!
And so I get
Take
the Uber.
Bart.
I get the Bart the goat. So I say to Uber there, And the guy's like, dude, this is a crazy expensive Uber. And he's like, honestly, I make more if you just Venmo me. He's like, do you want to Venmo me like $75? We call it good. And I'm like, for sure, dude. So that was super transparent. And I did that.
Yeah, that's a completely different situation.
Exactly. The way this guy did it was odd. So
Yeah.
odd. But anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. I
No,
want to
you're
hear from
good.
Carson.
Yeah.
So
What have you been up to in our
as
hiatus?
you guys were talking, I didn't want to interrupt you guys, but I wanted to bring your attention to the television.
Yes.
Not right now, but we're currently watching Game 2 of Oilers Kings in the NHL playoffs. And for the second game in a row, the LA Kings had the United States national anthem played by a bunch of Asian women playing harmonicas. I didn't watch the first one, but I heard it was a smash hit. And
Was it good?
I didn't see it.
I want to watch it now.
we can listen to it.
Yeah, we'll
Play it in the microphone.
Well, speaking of game one was awesome.
that was crazy. It's just like, oh, here we're gonna. It's the Kings were. That was like Rory McIlroy at the Masters. It's
really
like, oh, here
was.
I'm up 4. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna blow my lead. It's like, oh, just kidding.
I feel so bad for McDavid, dude.
Yeah, for why? Well, I mean,
5 goals? He's got to compete with that? That's tough, man.
well, usually the Oilers are the wagon, and everybody else is trying to keep up with them. They'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Carson, come on. There's got to be some form of. What do you got?
I mean, I'm loving life. It's the NHL playoffs, best time of the year, in my opinion. I don't think there's any better postseason in sports, in my humble opinion. Let's see, we're getting into golf season. Joe and I just played golf this afternoon. I've been playing a bunch of golf all around and had a good Easter. So yeah. Can't complain. Just same old stuff. I didn't go anywhere. I haven't been anywhere like you guys, the world travelers over here. But
Yeah, and I'm back to it tomorrow.
You're going again?
Going to Denver this time.
Okay.
So yeah, that plan fell through.
I got you.
And but that's okay because I actually had already planned on going to Denver. We're gonna go to a Rockies game, try the 999 challenge.
oh,
Did I tell you, Carson? I was like, I'm going to try that.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily at a game, just at home.
I'll let you know. I mean, because that's the thing is the
wait, you going
financial
Saturday?
burden. It's either Saturday or Sunday.
I'll play along with you at home.
Really?
If
I'll play.
yeah, I mean, if it's Saturday, maybe not Sunday.
And everyone here on the Micmac Joe podcast, it'll be posted by then, right?
Yeah, post Saturday. So if you listen to this on Saturday before the game, or if it's on Sunday, play along.
And I'll, if I end up doing it, I'll document it. Maybe we can throw it up on the Instagram.
There you go. I like that idea.
There we
I
go.
can edit something for that.
Okay.
I want to draw our attention back to the TV though. Like you said, we're watching Oilers Kings, but before this was AEW Women's Wrestling.
Yeah.
Carson claimed he's like, "Oh, hockey's on after this," but I saw him switch the channel. He just wanted to watch women wrestling.
Hey,
But
can you blame a guy?
well, I just want to
can't
say,
argue with that.
watching that, how do even like children think that like WWE was ever real?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I listen. I didn't really watch it. My cousin was really into it. I didn't really watch it. Maybe it looked more real back then, but watching clips now and that, it's
Right.
like, how can you?
well,
Maybe I just
would,
have a different perspective being older. Also,
I would like to bring to attention Mick's failure this past weekend.
Really?
You failed,
What did I fail at?
dude. You were in Vegas, and SmackDown was in Vegas.
Was it really?
at Allegiant Stadium? Dude, you missed out.
I did.
2 days, Saturday and Sunday.
Oh,
And dude, don't
golly.
you wait? What was my friend Isaac said? John Cena turned heel, something like that.
Okay,
Like, he's
so-
evil now.
so what I was about to say when you were saying how can they be real is you don't know their target. We are not their target demographic.
No, I know, but
People
there's grown men.
I was just about to say people of Isaac's
Oh,
caliber.
okay, sorry.
Okay.
I think you're gonna say children.
Love you, Isaac, if you're listening, but yeah, that's kind of that's who they're gunning for.
I've heard it's electric in person.
Oh, I'm sure.
I
it's
believe.
great.
Listen, if I
imagine-
was in person, I'd be going insane.
Imagine
for it, but
like getting hammered and like watching that. That
yeah.
would be awesome.
That'd be awesome
We
in
should
person, but
do that at some
doing
point.
pay per view as a grown man, like at that point, like what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know? I don't know.
All right, I got one for you guys. You guys like the Italian brain rot?
Oh yeah, kind of.
Tralalelo, tralala.
Yeah, dude. Bombardiro crocodilo.
Is that your favorite?
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite too. I love Bombardiro Crocodilo.
Well,
What was the other one? Like, tong 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 Sahir.
Yeah,
Something like that.
yes. And then there's like chimpanzini, banana
Yeah.
or Leary La.
Oh yeah. There's like some of them I just like. They're too complex to remember.
Berber Patapim.
Oh, which one's that? Is that the?
That's the Bigfoot.
Okay. That's what
I
I
haven't
thought.
seen any of these.
Really?
The only Italian brain rot I've seen is Pope Francis. Rest in peace. Pope Francis was a real
Holy
one, allegedly.
fuck, dude!
That was
How did he die? Natural causes? Being
Yeah,
old?
pneummonia, I think, or just
Oh.
a respiratory.
God damn! Dude,
That was
that's-
so good.
I gotta give you some fist.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And we know who killed him.
We do.
Shady Vance.
Just killed the Pope
Yeah,
Vance.
that was fun. I like that one.
Yeah.
Do you know who Flight is?
Yeah, like the YouTuber.
Yeah, I saw this thing. It was like breaking high chance Flight will not be the next pope. I don't know. That made me giggle. when I
That's-
saw it.
Go ahead.
I can't believe Castellanos didn't hit home run.
I know. He was the most bet home run.
I bet on it when it was at like plus 12,000. Yeah.
Probably plus 1,200.
yeah,
Yeah,
well, it was
yeah,
like midway.
1200. It was
It was like
1200.
midway
It
through
was-
the game when you did
It was 1,200. But yeah, it was like the fourth inning. And he just batted in the third inning.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Shit, I forgot what I was going to say, but it was kind of on that same wavelength. But God, that threw me off. That was great.
Did you see
Nice.
that tweet? It's like these are the next two like most likely candidates for Pope, and it's like a black dude and an Asian dude.
Yeah.
And something the guy. Have you seen those tweets of the guys like this is what this person would look like if they were black or Asian? He quote tweeted. He's like, it's all coming together.
That's what I was going to say. When you said that Flight won't be the Pope, it reminds me of all those like posts that it's like completely useless information, and all the replies are like, "Thank you, I won't be using this," or "Thank you, this helped me not use that today," or some shit.
That's funny. All the ones when people comment like, "Bro was on to nothing."
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Those are good, dude. I don't know. I think Flight's got a chance. I want to check what his odds are, but
Yeah. Did you see that Zootopia 2 has a better chance to win the Oscar for Best Film than the Cowboys do to win the Super Bowl?
I did see
I
that.
did
That
not,
was
but I believe
hilarious.
By the way, no shade to Zootopia. Love that movie.
Rabbit is.
okay.
Judy Hopps,
I
man.
didn't say anything.
Yeah, you made a face. I saw that.
Yeah, we know what you're going for. Carson, you're not sly like the fox in Zootopia.
Pounding her cheeks.
Yeah. This is brought to you by Bestiality.
Bestiality. Dude, I saw like a lot of people doing like they take a picture of their dog and they're like make it a human and make a human like an AI. They do that at their dog. So I had a picture of Taylor. I was like, oh, make her dog. So I did it. And I did it with another one. And then it's like, this is against our terms of service.
What?
It's like it's like I think it's like, well, it might seem innocent on the surface.
Oh.
Giving human parts to or dog parts to humans is could be misconstrued as a sexual
Interesting.
thing, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, ChatGPT yelled at me because I wanted to do the Barbie Ken starter pack. Have you seen those?
Oh yeah.
And I
Yeah.
wanted Zin to be like part of my kit, and it was like, nope, like that violates. So.
Nope, kill yourself.
Also, speaking of that, I was doing this at the Caps game. I got to watch Ovechkin score a goal. I thought that was pretty neat.
Let's
Let's
nice.
go.
And it was like classic Ovechkin one timer. So that was great.
Extend
896.
his record.
Yeah, keep it going, man. He's probably, I mean, not probably, he is the best goal scorer ever.
Yeah.
Was it the tweet that was like after he broke the record was like Wayne Gretzky's now one goal away from breaking Ovechkin's
Yeah.
record.
Yeah. He just scored in game one of Montreal, Washington. He scored his first ever overtime playoff goal.
Which shocks me,
Yeah,
right?
that's crazy. Like he's played like 100 and some playoff games.
How many were overtime?
150 some playoff games. I don't know.
How
Probably.
old is Tom Wilson? I feel like Tom Wilson's been playing since I was like
he's
8.
Probably low 30s.
God, no way, dude. I feel like he's like 40. I mean, I guess if I was 8, that would be 15 years in the league. You can join at 20, so you're 35.
Oh, Matt Gonsalvini's 18.
That's disgusting to me, dude. I mean, I'm like substantially older than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm 7 years older than Macklin Celebrini, and
he's twizzling fucking net. Yeah, that's crazy.
I think I know Carson is. I think he's older. I think I'm the same age as Caleb Williams. Isn't he like 23, 24?
Isn't that weird, dude?
Yeah. He's a young guy.
NBA makes me feel the worst.
Oh, yeah.
NHL's bad too. No, like I mean,
yeah, it's not as bad because it's still usually like most rookies take a few years to go through the minors and finish their junior career, but like Macklin Celebrini, like he's 18, he played all season.
Speaking of hockey, Landeskog's back.
Yeah, crazy.
Finally,
yeah,
good for him. I'm really happy for him. I think the Avs should that game against the Stars.
Which one? Game 1 or Game 2?
Game 1.
Yeah, that was a beatdown. Game 2 was a good one though. Dallas came back.
Yeah, Game 2 was. I mean, I'm not.
That's gonna be a hell of a series. Those two teams are good.
I honestly think we'll gentlemen sweep them. I think we'll just go these next 3.
I don't know. I thought with Dallas's injuries that it wouldn't be close, but they're hanging in and they might get somebody back.
Well, it's weird because Dallas is actually kind of a hard place to play. Like, for as long as I've been an Avs fan, I swear to God, every time we go to Dallas, it's bad news. But now we're back in Colorado.
Have you seen those I don't know if you've watched any of those. You might have watched some of those games since you're an Avs fan. But those green lights on the staircases, what's going on? That's terrible.
Yeah,
those suck. Everybody's like, why are we doing this?
What are they?
They're just like, it's like green. They're just like green lights, like in like the staircases, like you can see like in the crowd. So it's like every 50 feet or so, there's like a set of like green like lights like on the whole time. Like, they don't turn them off ever. It's weird.
Yeah, the Avs do something similar with blue and red lights, but they only do it like before puck drop.
Yeah, like, I know. San Jose sometimes does it like in like stoppages and stuff.
Exactly,
but it's like when you're trying to watch it on TV, it's like what the hell?
It's so weird.
Yeah, I kind of want to take us completely away from hockey for a second. If you don't mind. We're talking about all these young dudes in the league. They're probably straight out of college, and I was thinking this upcoming Sunday will be 1 year since I graduated college.
Wow!
Shut up! Seriously?
Yeah, getting unk.
Whoa! Like in a couple of days, or like in 10 days?
Like this Sunday.
Wow!
Like upcoming.
How does
April
it feel,
27th? Man? I don't know. Weird.
Well, I
was thinking I've almost been in Wyoming for a year too. That's in like a month.
Yeah.
So time kind of flies.
I mean, I'm already retired, so.
Man, I'm coming up on 3 years since I graduated the first time.
Damn.
First time?
You got a master's?
Yeah, I got a master's. Yeah.
That's right.
He's educated.
As much as we don't sound educated, we are some educated guys on this podcast.
Yeah.
There's four degrees amongst the three of us.
Yeah,
all engineering degrees too.
Yeah, that's tough.
Let's go. Just like when we were golfing today, and I was thinking about that too. How I've almost been here for a year, and I remember like when I got here, I'm like the air just smelled like different. I think it was the Trona, but it just like I was like, damn, this is weird.
Sagebrush.
I think all that, and then we were golfing, and we were out on hole 5, and I took in a deep breath. I was like, it smells just like when I got here.
Yeah.
It's a little colder, but it smells the same.
Yeah, that's cool. Wyoming does have a smell in the summer. That lifted snow and mugginess kind of goes away, and
yeah, mixed with a little bit of cow shit, and you're in business.
There you go.
Love cows, dude. On their way home from work,
so good.
They all point magnetic north.
Only when they graze, right?
I don't think they ever do, and I think I was lied to.
I don't.
That's
buy
something
that.
that Mick believes.
I
he's
believed.
a firm believer.
I did. I was duped. It was my fault for believing a friend.
A friend of the pod.
Yeah, friend of the show, former guest
Logan Riccelli. On the way home from work, though, there's been a lot of like sheep on the road recently.
Really?
Yeah, like a lot.
Oh, probably from your
we're
road.
over. I'm on
your road.
Well,
my side.
It's sheep apocalypse.
It really is, and
There's so damn many of them.
there are. And apparently, one of the guys on the way to work today hit a sheepdog.
No,
Oh no!
Yeah, and like destroyed his car. Yeah, I was like, dang, that sucks.
That's
But I was on my way
terrible.
home, and I was texting and driving. And I look up and I just see like one of the big white sheepdog just on the side of the road. I was like, dude, if that thing was like in front of me, I would have smacked it. Like, Don't text and drive, kids. It's not good.
Dude, but I be doing it.
I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah.
That's not gonna stop me. That experience is not gonna change me.
Like I had this like life altering, like, oh my God, I should have crashed going 85 while I'm texting. I'm like, oh my God, I'm never doing that again. And then it's like, I get a notification. I'm like, hold on, give me 1 second. Like,
I was about to say, like, once I have like one of those, my phone's down the rest of the time, but that's usually not true. Sometimes I'll pick it up at like 5 minutes later.
What is wrong with us?
Hey, first goal, Kings. 1-0.
Power play goal.
PP.
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 You know who's got a fucking awesome power play unit is the Avs. Oh, well, now they don't have Rantanen, but when they had Rantanen, they were running Rantanen, McKinnon, Makar, Taze, and then they could throw in anyone else.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't matter. And like, I'm spoiled because I was even watching the Caps run a power play unit in DC. Like, it looked so unorchestrated. Like, just watching, like the Avs, I don't know, maybe I'm just a spoiled fan, or maybe I just caught the Caps on a bad game, but watching the Avs run a power play, ooh, baby. I know that shit's going. But let's talk about NBA playoffs, because that's happening too. And I don't know how in you guys are.
I think we talked about, when we were here setting up before, neither of us, I don't think, have watched.
I haven't watched an NBA game in probably 2 years.
Well, I'll give the folks somewhat of an update.
Who's
I guess.
playing? Like, who?
Well, there's probably
who's, like,
16 teams.
16?
So.
Oh,
There's
I didn't realize how far
I forget
they
about
were.
the play-in. I forget that that's a thing now.
I didn't know how deep they were.
Right.
So.
Yeah, we're still in the first round. But Lakers T-Wolves has been fun. T-Wolves stole first game, which I was shocked about. We watched that one in Vegas. I think, the Pacers are up 2-0 on the Bucks. I don't think you should count the Bucks out. I mean,
yeah, that's kind of what I've heard.
I don't know if you've seen Giannis's presser, but I don't know if he's aura farming or what, but he was like, they asked him a question. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I know what I have to do. I know we're losing. I know what I have to do. And then he just left was the only thing he said. And I was like, all right, I'm hammering Bucks money line. Like, yeah. So Curry looks like Curry. That's really, there's not a huge storyline, I guess, outside of those three. I don't know, unless you guys are curious about how a certain team is doing. But
I don't even know who's in, so.
Nuggets don't look that good. That's weird. I think they'll still pull it out, but Thunder are just trouncing the Grizzlies. That's a complete no-show. But yeah, man, that's the NBA update.
NBA
Are the Hawks in?
Let me check it.
I was hoping you would hit me with a quick no, and I'd say not surprised.
Hawk Tua. I can't remember. I can't recall. I didn't think so, but no.
Dude, I was watching a Hawks game. They were down quite a bit in the fourth quarter, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna take a look at,
Yeah, so the Hawks were in the play-in, but they didn't.
Yeah, not surprised.
There we go.
They were down by quite a bit in the fourth quarter. And I was like, I just wonder what their odds are on the money line. It was like pretty high. Like, I think plus 10,000. It was like,
For what?
It was the fourth quarter money line. Dude, they were down like
I see.
20, I think. It was very high. And I was like, oh man, I should put just like something on it, just maybe. Like, it was, maybe not. Maybe it was like 7,500, but I was like, maybe I should do something, but I didn't. I was like, whatever. I kept watching. They came back and won.
No.
I was like, I should have done it. But
oh man,
it's even like $1.
Yeah, be $75.
Yeah, I would have taken that.
I don't know. I always I think the NBA is at, I don't know what to call it, but I always think a league reaches the point where it maximizes its effectiveness. I don't know how to explain that. Like, MLB did that with Moneyball, and NFL still has yet to do that, but they're on their way. And I think NBA has just finally done that. Like, if you look at shot charts, it's going to just be layups or threes or dunks, obviously, right? And I think that's what everyone's problem is with the game right now is it's very unsurprising.
Yeah.
You don't see those
They've forgotten the fundamentals, dude.
No,
fundamentals.
That's the thing is, like, but you don't get different archetypes anymore. Like, you don't get the Zach Randolph bully ball, and that's because he's completely ineffective. Long twos from a big power forward are not going to win you championships, but it gets boring a little bit. Like, you're just going to see threes and then dunks, and like, that's fun, but now you know what's coming. And I don't know. I think that's interesting. I get it. Totally get it. I'm a math guy. We're all math guys. So maximizing your offensive point getting per possession. 100%. Take effective shots and play good defense, but it kind of does make for some boring ball. That's why college hoops is so fun because people are still taking like running mid-rangers and shit, you know?
See, I thought when you said we were starting this conversation, I thought you meant just like they haven't made a great movie yet about football or basketball. I was like, yeah, I mean, there's some good football ones, but they're mostly about college. I don't know if there's any good basketball movies really. Maybe like the Larry Bird
Space Jam.
Space
Hello.
Jam.
Come on.
Yeah, but that's like so old, and then they remade it and it was bad.
No, I like the new Space Jam.
Really?
I didn't see it. I just
love
heard it was
LeBron.
bad.
Yeah, same thing.
Oh, come on. You got to give it a shot. Speaking of best movies ever, have you guys seen the Minecraft movie yet?
No, did you see it?
No, I
I
haven't
really
seen
want
it.
to see it.
No.
I'm actually, I've heard that it's actually like pretty funny. Like it's obviously like
There's
made for
no
kids.
way that's possible.
It's made for kids, but there's some adult jokes thrown in there. You know,
It's like Shrek.
someone saw and they're like, I don't know how they got
Not as
away with
good.
some of that.
Really?
Yeah, because it was
I-
a rated PG or
What do you guys think about the chicken jockey trend?
All the kids in children's church were saying it on
chicken
Sunday.
jockey.
Yeah, I was like, oh
that
boy.
was unfortunately a really good
and
impression.
steel.
Stop.
The Nether,
Stop, dude.
dude. Me and Taylor say that shit all the time.
No,
It's funny.
You need help.
I think it's like funny to make fun of it. I think it's not funny for the workers that are having to clean up people throwing their popcorn and drinks and shit all over the theater.
Yeah, like
sucks.
if everyone just screamed chicken jockey, that would be awesome. But like the fact that they're throwing like shit everywhere, like
Yeah.
that sucks.
I think the one thing that stopped me from like wanting to see in theaters is not even the throwing shit everywhere. It's like when anytime one of the memes is quoted, everyone would just scream it. I'm like, dude, I don't want everyone screaming while I'm watching a movie. I just want to watch the movie.
I don't know. I think I'd be okay with it.
I haven't watched, I haven't really like, I guess I haven't not. I haven't watched like the Marvel movies. I watched like Endgame, and then I watched the new Spider-Man one where they had all three of them, and then that was the last time I watched them. I haven't kept up with it because it's kind of shit now. But like
Right.
I have been lucky enough to never. I've seen clips of it to never go to one of the movies where everyone starts clapping when some dude shows up.
Shut up. Seriously,
I hate that
I was
shit.
just about to transition to that
That
and say
pisses
it was
me
so
off.
awesome. Like watching Infinity War and Endgame and the new Spider-Man in theaters was sick. Like when Captain America grabbed Mjolnir in Endgame, place went nuts. Best cinema experience of my life, swear to God.
Dude, I would hate that.
And like it was great, dude. It was so sick. Because you're not like dialed into the plot.
Yeah,
You're just kind of like, well, you are, but you're not like,
it's like it's a dude I know.
yeah, kind of.
He
Like,
is worthy.
have you seen that one where it's like Marvel fans when their wife has a crossover with their neighbor in their bed?
Yo,
It's like, yeah.
my neighbor, let's go. I didn't know he's gonna be in this episode.
Yeah.
We watched. They made Star Wars Episode 7. When Han Solo dies in that, we were leaving. We like went to the very first showing at our local theater, and we're walking out. And there's a huge line to like get in, and like we're by the car. My friend screams, "Han Solo dies!" I was like, "Dude, you're such a dickhead."
Oh,
I was like, "Why would you say that? What is wrong with you?"
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
people like. Yeah, I don't know if they like saw what car we got in or if they knew who said it. But, like,
I'm not
people
kidding.
look
If you guys would have
pissed
been
off.
gunned down, I would have been
I would have been
get
like,
it.
yeah, he deserved it.
I
Yeah.
get it. Like, I do.
Dude, I was pissed at him. I was like, come on, man.
3 weeks later, that same guy got a cinder block dropped on him.
I mean, it was in the same town that theater was where that happened. So, you know.
non-zero chance.
Truly.
Actually, no, wait. Is the town next to that one? Never mind. It was close, though.
We'll have to do some
You
more.
have to drive through there, the city to
I mean,
get to the
it's
other one.
possible. Clearly, he was in his car.
Yeah, I mean, but he's still alive to this day, so maybe not.
Nah, that does ruin my theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. Just we're talking about like how we just graduated college. You know, like a year ago, but then high school, that was like 5 years ago. And some of the, I don't know if some of them, but one of the women I graduated with just had a kid. And, you know, that's just, I think she's like 24.
Yeah.
That's early, dude.
But it's
I don't know. It's not
24?
24 is
Dude.
justified to
Dude,
have a
20.
kid.
I think
Dude, I've-
minimum age to have a kid should be 28.
I know people my age that have like 3.
Well, dude, some of my brother's age has 2, and they're like 21. She's got their
that's
friend.
wild.
He's got 2 kids. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. That not for me. Whatever. People do
so-
their own thing. but-
Yeah. So like somebody I went to high school with, like like in the last year or so. Like I know she got married a few years ago, and then in a very short amount of time, she announced she was pregnant, and then like also got like divorced.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
So it's like you can kind of put the pieces together
yeah,
and figure out that that's not his kid.
yeah.
Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that, dude.
That's wild.
You want to see? This is where my mind went. Is we had it was either 8th grade. I think it was 8th grade. A girl had a kid at our
No
school.
way.
Swear to God, it was either 8th grade or freshman year.
That's
And
way
it
too
makes
young.
me think, like, damn, that kid's 9.
It's gonna make me think that they're probably best friends with their kid.
Yeah.
Like,
They're so close.
isn't
in
that
age.
weird?
Well, I knew someone like their mom was 16 when they had my friend. Well, I guess not my friend, but someone I knew. And I don't know, they were really close with their mom. So
Interesting.
This
was a woman. So
this
You know.
this girl at teaching in children's church, like she's 11, and she's like, how old are you? I was like, I'm 25. I was like, oh, it's like my mom's like 3 years older than you. I was like, oh. Because her mom's 28, and
let's
she,
do the math on that. 17.
17. Oh my God, like I haven't, yeah.
Dude, that girl I knew that just had a kid though. She was my first kiss when I was in middle school.
Congrats,
Was sharing
or
that, dude.
sorry that
I
happened.
think I'm like kind of related to that kid in a way.
Yeah. No, you're the
like
uncle.
cosmic way.
No, that's how you get people pregnant is kissing. So you are that.
It was
kid's
just
dad.
really delayed. It was a long
Kissing pregnancies
pregnancy.
take 10 years to develop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
So you are the father, dude. I'm sorry.
damn it.
Better get a second job for that child support.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. That's scary. I'm sorry. I didn't know you didn't know that.
No, I mean the sex education in schools these days, just it's not my fault.
I can only
I
imagine.
blame the schools.
I agree. I mean, they're going to tell you that, like the, male semen is going to fertilize the egg, and then it, develops into no.
Is that what happens?
No, it's not. That's what they tell you is.
No.
What
Oh,
happens.
okay.
What happens is you kiss. 10 years later, a baby comes out of their asshole, and it's yours.
See, I thought it was like storks.
No.
Yeah,
Something with
See,
storks, right?
I thought it was if you pee in the same toilet and then it just magically arises from the toilet, so like a few months
The
later.
aroma.
I think I'm gonna
That's why they have men's and women's bathrooms, so that doesn't happen.
Exactly.
Oh,
I think I'm
see,
going to
see,
keep
that's what-
going on this riff because this is fun. Pregnancy actually happens when you interlace toes. So
I have a picture of me doing that.
with who?
Oh, actually, no, it was my hand interlaced with someone's toes.
Who?
My first girlfriend in middle school.
Has she had a baby yet?
No.
It's coming.
No one's even more delayed than the kids.
Yeah, that takes 15.
Yeah, that does take 15 years, dude. I'm sorry you didn't
Yeah.
know that, man.
Dude, what if I kiss a dude on the lips?
Baby gets born in China.
Yeah,
That's why they made that law is you can only have one kid or something.
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
I think they've done away with that in recent years, but
Yeah, I think so, but yeah.
Yeah.
that's wild. I remember hearing about that as a kid. I was like, dude, good thing I'm not from China. My parents would have killed me. Literally.
Yeah. I mean, that is tough.
Dude, let's get existential for a minute. You think about how, like, man, what if I was that person? Well, then you wouldn't be you. You wouldn't have any of your experiences. You'd be, you know, it's like you can't, if you're you. I don't know how to explain this in a way that makes sense.
I'm hearing you out. Go ahead.
Oh man, I just really don't know how to. It's in my head.
I'm
and
gonna
I
try
know,
and listen.
I
I
Just give
know
it to
the
me. Give it to
feeling,
me.
but I don't know how to express
No,
it
I've got it
in a
with you.
way that you will get.
Dial. I'm locked in with you.
Like you will never have anyone else's experiences
Yeah.
or like know what it's like to like. If I was you, then I'd be talking to myself as you, but I would not be me. I don't know.
Yeah.
let me
'cause,
see-
like,
doesn't make any
everybody,
sense.
yeah, I see. I know. I think I can explain this. Like, if I failed art school in Germany
Okay,
in the
that's
1920s, I would not have killed 7 million Jews, but another guy did, and he's a terrible.
Not really what I was going
Let me
for.
let me
at
let me
all.
see if I can lock
Come
in
on,
with you.
I feel like that
Let me
was-
see
Yeah,
if I
I
can
think-
lock
you give it a shot,
I feel
Mick.
like
I want to
that's-
hear mixes.
I feel like that's kind of what you're trying.
Like
no, that's not what I'm trying to say.
my existential thing is like I always thought about like what would happen if a different sperm cell had won the race, but I wouldn't know. Is this
That's a
what you're-
lot.
Is this where you're
That's a
at?
lot closer to where I'm at.
Yeah,
yes.
right. Like because you wouldn't know because it's not you.
Yeah.
Or would you? Because it's still the same consciousness. I don't know.
But is it the same consciousness?
I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's why you're getting more, not exactly where I'm at, but that's like basically there.
But I think I know
That's
where
pretty
you're
much,
at.
That's
I think
pretty
I know
much
where you're at.
Pretty much the point I was trying to make, but not exactly. I don't like if I was someone completely different,
Yeah.
then there'd just be no Joe, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I took.
But if there was a Joe, like I wouldn't know.
Well, dude, honestly, if you want to get even deeper, is there a Joe ever, or are you just a reflection of everything that's ever been put into your life?
Wake up, Joe.
Like I took a class called interpersonal communications in college, and it like really like talked about how like,
Am I me or am I just a reflection of my experience?
yeah, honestly, I mean, you think about it, like nothing about us is intrinsic.
Yeah, everything's derivative.
It really is.
Yeah. You said you told this during our break you wanted to talk about hot pregnant ladies, Carson. What'd you have to say about that?
No, that was you, and I told
Oh.
you that I said my story already.
Oh, I don't know any hot pregnant ladies, but
I don't either.
can we talk about how hot pregnant women are, dude? Your story was just that you knew someone that had
Yeah,
a child
You were talking about.
when they were 11.
Yeah. Speaking of
17.
here-
Wait, 17. 17, the kid's 11.
all right, we can transition this actually
Yeah,
into
go
our blind
ahead.
ranking. for
Yeah,
the
let's
day.
go.
That's a great transition.
Our blind,
Is it?
because our blind ranking is animated moms. Hot on the
I
hot,
think
the
that
hot,
is a
the
good
hot
transition.
scale. The hot scale.
Are they pregnant?
No.
Damn it! How are they hot then?
They were at one point. I mean, they're moms.
Hey. Nice.
So I mean, you could probably find something. I mean, there's probably some fan fiction out there. Of
Rule37.com.
How is no one else dying? Because how are they hot then?
Because it's a legitimate question. It's
I
not
mean,
funny.
yeah.
It's not to be trifled and joked about.
The humble mole. Okay, go ahead.
All right,
Sorry, that was funny.
You guys can probably do this one separate.
I do wanna
You'll
do it
probably have
separate.
similar answers. I think this list is.
We can go joint.
You want to do joints?
Let's do
Fuck it.
joint.
All right.
Okay. Let's see. Where do I start here?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is this purely based on who I want to fuck, or more so,
Whoa,
like,
dude, that's a cartoon mom. Chill. It's not
Jeez.
real.
or who I
Come
want
on.
to marry?
No, it's hot. Who's hot?
Hot. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm envisioning that as who I'm trying to bang.
Okay. Well. Let's see. We'll start out with. We'll start out with Marge Simpson.
Do we have 5?
We got 5.
Marge, yeah, pretty low
4.
4. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there? Well, who's an uglier mom? Fucking the one from Bob's Burgers.
Well, Marge is somewhat hot. Like I probably would.
They had made an episode where she got like breast implants and she like flashed like this whole crowd.
Yeah,
That was pretty hot.
Yeah, I think she's
But
solid.
who's worse?
I think she's got a better body than than we like.
Yeah,
Most people
she's
think.
But who's
snatched
worse?
for sure. I don't like a lot. I would argue.
Which one? You name one.
Like SpongeBob's mom,
I don't know if this is on the list, but maybe.
but like
Yeah.
I'm saying, like there do
All right,
exist
fine. We'll do
worse.
Marge Simpson number 4.
And I would not let Marge go 5.
I mean, no, I'm not. I wouldn't either. But I'm saying,
I see.
What's
you're
behind?
You're just speculating.
yeah, 4 was my instant reaction too.
Okay,
But
then we're good.
All right. Next up, we'll go. Well, Judy Neutron here. Jimmy's mom.
Yeah. Okay.
Yo,
Hold on.
call me Carl Weezer, dude. I swear to God.
Jimmy's mom.
that was kind of that was great.
Good work.
I mean, again, there's better, but there's like
I mean, this is 2 or 3. It's definitely above
that's
Marge.
that's definitely where I'm at. Not a number 1. I got a number 1.
I got a number 1.
I don't know if we have to say number.
Okay,
one, but I
let
got
me
number
ask
1.
you: do you think Lois Griffin is hotter or
Ooh.
Mom? Because I think
Okay,
that's.
I'd
coming.
say. Ooh, I don't. I think I love Taylor's mole, but I think the mole on the mom and Jimmy Neutron is too big,
too much.
too much.
So
Put it at
3. I'm good with that.
What's her name?
Judy Neutron.
Okay.
God, I don't know. I think we might regret not putting that at 2, but we'll let it lie.
We'll see.
where it is.
Next up, Lois Griffin.
Oh,
See.
well, there you go.
So you throwing 2?
Yeah, 2.
Okay, 2. I probably would flip those though. I think honestly,
Really?
I do,
I don't know
but
if I
I'm not.
would.
I don't hate where we're at. I really don't. But
I think you're gonna like where you are. I think I'm gonna throw you a curveball, but I think you like where you are. Peggy Hill.
Oh,
5,
yeah.
easy 5.
She's. I mean, I don't know if she's bad looking, but she's a bit frumpy. So
No,
it's a 5.
It's easy 5.
All right. What did you think?
I
that-
got
On 3,
got-
on 3, say it.
Well, no. Who do I think he's got, or who would I say?
Who would you say is 1? On 3.
Well, I
ready?
can't remember her name. I'll just say the show.
Oh, I was
Thinking movie.
That means we're not on the same. I was.
You're
gonna go
probably
with
thinking
Mr.
Ellen.
I was going with Fantastic Woman or whatever in The Incredibles.
Yeah, Ellen.
Oh, that's her name.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you know her first name?
Dude, Ellen. How would I not? That's who I think he has. I had the mom from American Dad.
Oh, either way.
Yeah,
Francine
Francine,
is so
yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Well, Mick, you're right because I
Yeah,
had
Elastigirl.
Elastigirl.
That's who I-
Elastigirl.
That's
There
who
we
I
go.
thought you'd have on the
Yeah.
list, and I'm okay with that as a number one.
Yeah,
But-
great.
Yeah,
number one.
yeah. Well
Not my
done.
personal.
Well done, gentlemen.
Yeah, so we had the
think
list.
that-
I'm glad
I think
we did
that's the
join.
right answer.
Yeah.
I think that was the right answer. I think I gave you one to where it's there wasn't a lot of
Yeah, like I said, I
not a
think
lot of room for interpretation.
you could be able to switch Lois and Judy, but other than that, this list
I
is
don't
perfect.
know. I would have done that.
For those at home who can't keep track, number 1, Elastigirl. Number 2, Lois Griffin. Number 3, Judy Neutron. Number 4, Marge Simpson. Number 5, Peggy Hill. Not a
Yeah.
bad list. I think it's we
Yeah,
did good on
I
that.
think
It was
you guys-
great.
I think you
I
guys
think
nailed it.
we got perfect on that.
Yeah,
That's
I
an
didn't
A+
make
effort.
it. I didn't make it too hard on you guys. But yeah.
Yeah, dude. Amazing. I had something else I want to talk about, but I don't remember what it was. And now it's going to drive me crazy. What were we talking about during the break?
Crazy.
Crazy.
I was crazy once.
Well, we were talking.
No,
wild
it wasn't
stuff,
that.
yeah.
It was something very different. If it comes back to me, I'll go back to that. But
What is an acceptable amount of time? And I mean acceptable as in not preferred, but like if you get really caught up in the way of life, what is the acceptable amount of hours or days that you can go without showering?
the acceptable, like
Acceptable.
personal or
In-
social?
Personal.
in normal conditions.
Yeah,
like
like-
you're not like camping.
Am I just at home?
You're not-
Am I going to work?
Yeah, you're going to work, but you're not
Uh-huh.
working out. Like you're so busy that you're kind of getting caught up or whatever.
So,
Like,
okay.
for some reason it's
I'm
tough
going to
to
find a way to extend this as much as I can.
That's
So if I
this
shower,
is exactly what I'm asking
if
you
I
to do.
shower the night before, go to work the next day.
Call it a Sunday. You shower on Sunday night.
I shower Sunday night, go to work Monday, and don't shower Monday. Go to work Tuesday, shower that night. I think that's
exactly
the longest.
where I'm at. That's
Yeah,
exactly where
sure.
I'm at.
I think that's like
Yeah,
a
that's-
good acceptable amount.
Yeah, I think that's probably the
Have
most.
I gone longer? Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
neither
that's-
here nor there.
We call that unacceptable.
We call that depression.
That's probably the most I would do.
We
it.
call
I,
that not wanting to get out of bed.
I shower a lot though. Like there are some days like I would shower.
You're shower pilled?
I'm showering 3 times a day sometimes.
morning night shower is fine.
Like morning, and then when I get off of work, and then like again like after hockey.
That's
like
too
in the
much.
winter-
I
in the winter-
honestly,
in
I
the winter.
feel
much.
I feel better after a night shower, but I'm too lazy and I'll just get up early and shower before I go to work most of the time.
Really, night showers are better, dude.
That's what I just said.
Okay.
I remember what I wanted to talk about, dude. I want to talk about how I guess it's not ALS this time, but the ice bucket things going
Oh
around again.
yeah.
I got nominated by a kid on my team.
Would you do it?
I'm going to do it this weekend. Yeah.
I'm not going to do it. So don't
Oh,
nominate
did you
me.
get nominated?
No, don't. Because
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
Please, if I nominate you, will you?
No, I'm not going to.
Carson?
I'll do it, but I'm not going to post it.
I'm going to post it on Unlimited Love.
Dude, I'm gay and retarded. I'm not going to do that. I don't support this shit.
That's fair. That's fair reason.
No, I'm just lame. I don't know. I don't really post a whole lot. I share things that I like if I,
I don't
really like
post
it,
at
but
all
I don't
either.
want to. I don't really. I'm not really into this. I'm not going to share if I do that.
Yeah, I don't post it.
What's
all.
it for? Is there
Yeah.
a cause or? Is there a cause
I
this
don't
time?
know this time.
Mental health.
Oh, okay.
Mental health.
I'm gonna
Speak. It's
bunch-
called Speak Your Mind. So it's like go talk
Okay.
to someone about
My
it.
brother, one of my brothers did it. I don't know if the other one did or not, but yeah, I don't know. Like I said, you can do it, but I'm not. You can post it on your Unlimited Love if you nominate me.
Okay. And I think if I were to invent a challenge, I would do the inhale bleach and ammonia while cleaning your bathroom challenge.
Create mustard gas in
I
your
like that.
lungs challenge.
I like that. I
I like it.
I'll call it the Heinz mustard challenge, and you have to go. you have to-
Nice.
yeah, you got to go mix
The war crime.
the war
challenge.
crime challenge.
You know, I don't know. Maybe we'll cut this part. We'll tell you after I tell the story if it's getting cut or not. I found this one thing online one time, and it was like instructions on how to make like a mustard gas bomb, and you like take, I think bleach in like a Christmas bulb, and then you put a test tube with ammonia in it, sealed off, and you throw it, and the glass shatters, and just releases mustard gas everywhere.
Yeah, dude.
Are we
That's-
keeping that?
Sure.
Yes,
All right, that's
yes,
staying in.
because I got something to go off of that.
All right.
One time in college, so in one of my classes, we had a guest lecture one day, and the first slide said terrorism 101.
What?
Yeah, it was like, this is how you guys want to make bombs. Like, here's how you can make bombs, and like, it was like basically it's like you just put a bunch of screws and nails and
I've
miscellaneous
seen stuff
hardware
like
in a
that.
pressure
Yeah.
cooker,
Yeah,
and you
I've
just
seen
turn it
that.
on. He's like, that's what the Boston Marathon bombers did. It's
Why?
that
Wait,
easy."
this is a sub or?
Yeah, this is
Is this just his own personal PowerPoint?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but granted, this was like an explosives class, but like,
Still,
but
That's
he's like, I got a
odd.
lesson,
but
kids.
still, it's like
That was the whole PowerPoint. That was it.
He gets like escorted.
It was 2 slides. It was like, or sorry, 4 slides. There was the title slide. There was how to do it. The Boston Bomber did it. Question slide.
and it just has a naked picture of him on it. And like they
It's
found
like,
out
call me on the bottom.
the real sub was like tied in his trunk, and this is just some random fucking guy. Speaking of weird subs,
yeah,
by the
I got
way,
a story too when you're done.
yeah, like one time in high school, we had this sub, and he was deranged, and he would like show up in sub like once a month, and everyone got the creeps from him. And then one day he just beat the ever loving fuck out of a student, and then was never welcomed back.
What?
Yes, like some kid like kind of got chirpy with him, and he just let loose on him, like just fucking pummeled him. And then
That's
they were
wild.
and they were like trying to find any reason to get him out, because for some reason they kept trying, and like I don't know, he kept winning the appeal, and then yeah, he just beat the fuck out of a student.
Dear Lord.
Like
We had a so you know those memes are like when you miss like a day of school and it's like all the cool shit happens.
yeah,
So I missed a day of school in our chemistry class. We had a sub. Apparently, it wasn't cool stuff, but it's funny. I came back and apparently the substitute teacher was like teaching like self-defense moves, but like demonstrating on the students
What?
and like not going super light.
no
Say,
shit.
yeah. I was like, dude, I should have been there. I would have died laughing the whole time. That's hilarious.
That is badass.
Did you guys ever like, have like an event like at your like high school?
Like the
Oh, like-
event.
like
The event.
Oh,
yeah.
You
yeah,
guys
it's my
have one of
brother.
those? It was?
Yeah.
It was your brother that did it.
What was the event? What are you talking about?
Like
Like a
Well,
lockdown?
something happened. I got one.
Yeah.
It sounds
We
like
Kid-
Mick's got
kid
one.
shit on all the walls and smeared it everywhere, and everyone called him the poop bandit, and he kept doing
Aw.
He
it.
kept doing it. He's
Kept
a
Bandit.
serial shitter.
When you know that your friend is the serial shitter, but you can't quite prove it.
I swear to God, his name. I can't. I'm not going to dox the kid, but he got expelled, and I've never seen him since the event. But yeah, he like shit on 3 different bathroom walls on 3 different occasions, and
Dear
like smeared
Lord.
it. And like everyone was like, "Who the fuck is the poop bandit?" like they're like, "If you're the poop
Smells
bandit,
hands,
just-
dude.
Yeah, line everybody up and smell their hands.
Hey, we got poop check.
Hand smell.
Poop bandit check.
Poop check. Everyone in the hallway.
Hey, any update on the cheddar chucker?
No, I haven't
Oh.
seen anything in the news.
Have you been looking for it?
Not super hard.
Oh, well, there you go. Maybe there is. I'll give you. Well, what was yours? Let's hear yours first.
So you know how you do like you have a Color Wars day during homecoming. You guys have that?
Yeah.
No, but I know what you're talking about.
So someone in the
Put colors in a pressure cooker with nails and screws.
colors. Somebody decided in the student council that one of the colors was going to be white, and so
Oh boy.
This should be prefaced by saying that I grew up on an Indian reservation, and someone took it upon themselves to write "White Power" on their T-shirts
Aw.
for Color Wars Day.
Jesus
It
Christ.
made it like a bunch of people were like protesting outside of our like homecoming football game. We made it to BuzzFeed.
Shut up.
Yeah, it was like back when BuzzFeed was hot.
Yeah, BuzzFeed was
Like-
going crazy when we
in
were
like
in high school.
20
Dude, I got to find out
17.
which Teletubby I'd be.
Yeah,
Fucking hated the BuzzFeed test so
Yeah,
much.
me too. Everyone did.
yeah. I hated them, but
Except
I still
for
did them.
bitches that want to know what Harry Potter house they're in.
Every time I tell someone I've never seen Harry Potter, they bludgeon me with a fucking bat.
I saw them, but I didn't really pay attention, so it doesn't make a lot of sense. The
They're fine.
later ones. I like the first like 2, and then is the third one Goblet of Fire? Or is that 4?
I don't fucking know.
don't know.
Whichever. So like the first 2, and then whichever one that is, those ones are actually pretty good. The rest of them, I just like. I
You're
don't know.
asking the wrong crowd here.
Yeah,
pal.
I guess so. So ours, I'll tell you about what my brother did. Mom, if you're listening, I'm sorry I had to tell this. So I don't know what the circumstances were, but he had some sort of freak out at school and whatever, and I guess they went on lockdown. Like, hey, like don't leave the classroom, like whatever. I find out, I don't know if this is like the same story or if I'm mixing two of them together right now, but apparently they like took him into like the wrestling room because it's padded walls or whatever, and like just like handcuffed him so he could like calm down. Like the police had to show up and shit. Like just let him calm down. And I guess he like stood up and ran away. Like he took his shirt off, so he's like shirtless, handcuffed. And he just like stands up, just like books it, runs away. Our house is right across from the high school. He runs all the way home. And I think my brother was sick that day. He walks in, he's like, "Hey Will, can you give me a shirt?" He's like, "Why are you handcuffed?" Like the cops show up a little while later and like my mom's there and everything. I'm like, oh my God. That's
So-
wild.
We had a lockdown event one time when I was in high school. Actually, I was in middle school, but I got bussed up to the high school for math, and they wouldn't let us go back to the middle school, and they put the whole high school on lockdown. Like they couldn't change classes, you know, you have like multiple periods or whatever. And they made us lock down in the library because they said there was an active shooter, and like my phone was blowing up. Like, of course, my mom was like, "Hey, are you good? Like, there's an active shooter." And
Yeah, it's just some guy in the gymnasium hitting threes.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
it was just Steph Curry.
Active shooter in the building.
I'm not kidding. It's worse than that.
Oh,
5 hours go by and they finally
5?
detain this guy, and it was a blind dude with a walking stick outside, just like walking his dog or something like that.
oh my God.
Swear to God. And they called it an active shooter. Like they
Because he
posted
had a
it.
cane?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
dude.
Just because he like had it, but it was like strapped on his back or something, so it looked like a rifle, I guess. I
see.
don't know. I really don't know.
That's wild.
Dude, imagine being blind. Honestly, it'd be kind of sick. You know, like you're just like walking around and you just don't know what's coming next.
Well,
You're just like you just bump into things. It's like, oh, that's there.
There was some
They
girl in
just
my
keep
high
going.
school that like posted something on Snapchat about like, it wasn't a serious threat. It was just like, you know, like, oh, it was like a joke about shooting up school. She got suspended for like 8 months, something like that.
yeah.
She still graduated at the same time as me, dude. This bullshit.
Yeah, what the fuck?
She should have gotten another year.
Well, dude, we had a lot of those events. One, we got like this mass email to all the school emails, and all the superintendents got it, and it was like, we have laced explosives and all the piping or some shit like that, like napalm in the sprinklers, just total weirdo manifesto shit. And they let us go home in like a couple hours early. And then there was another
Be
one.
like, thanks guys for sending that email.
I agree. Cheers, buddy. One time I went to go piss, and they told this kid that he couldn't graduate. And I was just walking in the hallway to the bathroom, and he starts beating the fuck out of the lockers. And he's like, "I'm gonna fucking shoot this place up if you don't let me graduate. I'm gonna fucking..." They had to suspend, but he still graduated. I just don't get it. Like, I was so worried
They
about
don't give
getting
a fuck, dude.
And like these kids can just like, yeah, I'm gonna kill all of you. Actually,
Dude, they're
We had a bomb threat in college.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Damn. We had there's a when I was what was I? I think I was a senior, and this kid was I think he was a sophomore in high school, and they just given out like the report cards. It was like halfway through the year or whatever, and he left his on the desk, and our teacher was like, "I don't even give a fuck. You can look." We looked. He had like a 1.2 GPA.
Oh.
He had like all Fs, and I think the only class he like was passing was a class he's taking for the second time, and the only reason he was passing is because like if you look at it, he's like, it shows like, you know, you're halfway through and then what you're at now, and he's like halfway was an F, then like another F, and then like his total grade was a D. I was like, they just passed him, so they didn't have to deal with him because he was just like one of those
yeah,
jerk offs.
I mean, like the thing is I get
How do you have
flunking.
a 1.2 GPA?
Like I was just about to say, I get flunking out of college. College really isn't for everyone. It's hard, especially the harder majors. Like if
Yeah.
you flunk out of engineering and you got to switch majors or completely abandon ship and go learn a trade, I get it. Shit's fucking hard. High school, on the other hand, like if you are failing every class in high school, like you need to just fucking like lock in, bro. It's
Yeah.
I'm not trying to shit on people right now, but like holy fuck, a 1.2.
At that point, you just have to like what do you do? Like you obviously don't care about anything.
Anything.
So like what's like
The
what are you
oil
doing?
rig. It is calling.
Drive a
Yeah,
truck.
My dad's friends with a guy, and this is the only guy I've ever met that's done this. That he dropped out. He did drop out of high school. I'm pretty sure. I don't know how many years he made it through. Kings just scored again. But he owns his own home improvements company, and he's doing great. Like, he's doing just fine on that. But like, that's not this kid though. This kid doesn't give a fuck about anything. So like, he's not gonna do shit.
Yeah, but I'm not even shitting on people who get bad grades in high school.
Oh,
I
me
get
neither,
it.
yeah.
Fuck it. Who cares about high school? But like, actually, like failing to graduate is crazy.
The only way to like not graduate high school is to like literally do nothing.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
not hard
We
to
had like a lot.
graduate high
We
school.
had like a lot of people drop out, like my senior class, because like we started with like I feel like we started with like 120, like we were like 120 at some point, and some people may have moved, and some people their stuff. But I graduated with like 95.
I think
yeah.
I
And
also had
the
like 95.
that was like the lowest like of like a bunch of the surrounding classes that the years. I
See, this is
graduated.
crazy to me because usually I'm like when I'm talking to people, I have the smallest high school, but I double the people you guys had.
Yeah, I think Taylor had like maybe 600 people, maybe more.
Damn.
Yeah, my cousin, his graduating class, he had 1,000. He went to the biggest school high school in Tennessee.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah, see, like, so I'm the chair of the scholarship committee for one of our industry kind of associations, and like I've combed through some scholarship applications, and like these kids, like there's like four, like they're like class rank is like 2 of like 40 or something like that. It's like the smaller high schools around where we are. It's like it's crazy.
Yeah.
I think Mike Schmeich, I think he had like 15 or 16 people. He was like a private school.
Shout out Schmeich.
Yeah, dude.
Speaking of our recurring things, we didn't talk about the Popeyes.
Did we fail?
That's all right.
I
dude.
thought
We
about it.
mentioned Schmeich.
I thought about it last time, but I was like,
We don't gotta force it.
But I would like to talk about Popeyes this time because did you see that they came out with their pickle menu?
yeah,
Have
guess
you-
what? It's not
have
real
you
either.
seen
No,
this?
no,
Have
I
you
haven't
seen
seen
this?
this.
I've seen an advertisement for this. So
Was
I wanna-
it Subway that had the pickle bread? Like it was just like
No, Jimmy
so-
John's. It was
Oh, Jimmy John's. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna play a little game with you guys.
Is it if it's real or not?
Yes.
Oh hell yeah!
So first up, let's see. We got the first up. We got the pickle glaze sandwich. Is that real? The pickle glaze sandwich?
Yeah, I think that's real.
Well, what's glazed? The chicken or the pickle? That's what I'm wondering here. If the
gotta
chicken's
be
glazed, if the chicken's glazed and you got like pickles on it, I could believe that. Chicken pickle glaze sandwich. Are they glazing the pickles? If they're glazing the pickles, I don't think it's real. If they're glazing the chicken, I think it's real.
No, I think it's real no matter what.
All right. Final answer. It's real.
It is real.
All right. What's glazed though?
Let's see. I'll just give you the description here on news.popeyes.com. A briny twist on the iconic Popeyes chicken sandwich featuring crispy hand battered chicken coated in a zesty pickle glaze,
Oh, so it's glazed in the pickle. I got you.
topped with thick cut pickles and served on toasted brioche bun.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Next up, we got pickle fries. Pickle
God,
fries.
I can believe
real.
that. That's just
that-
deep fried pickles, dude. That's real.
Yeah.
Pickle fries. No, that's not true. But you kind of interpreted that as fried pickles.
Yeah.
I meant it as like pickle French fries. Fried
Oh.
pickles, they do have. I will say that they do have fried pickles.
Did they have that before the pickle menu?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, there you go. I'm technically right.
Let's see. What else do we have here? We've got the shoot here. Pickle glaze boneless wings.
Another glazed. I could believe
think
that,
it's
but
real.
unless it's a red herring and he's just going for something else they did and calling it wings, so I'm saying not real.
I'm gonna go with a red herring. I'm gonna go with real.
It's a red herring. It's not real.
It is real.
Oh, damn
I'm classic indecision person here. Let's see. The thing is that I'm not super familiar with the Popeyes menu because I haven't been in quite some time, so I can't like make up something on the fly.
You didn't go through this makeup stuff before?
No.
Okay.
I thought about doing it like last week, and then by the time we come back to this episode and we just talked about that, and I was going, I'll bring this up, and then I forgot to actually follow through with it.
What do you think on that? Never mind.
Pickle lemonade.
No, that
No
cannot be real.
way.
That cannot be
It's
real.
so not real that it's real. I'm going real.
It is real. This is a real item. This is a real
Let's
item.
go. That sounds disgusting.
Boo.
Yeah. And really, that's it. That's
Dude, so you know those like
So the official will get the pickle glaze sandwich, the boneless wings. They have bone-in wings as well, fried pickles, and then pickle lemonade. That sounds insane. Like
Yeah.
Now I will say that there's a local brewery around here that makes a pickle beer.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty damn good. Like
I'd give it a shot.
I'm not a big pickle guy, but I was like, oh, I got to try this. And then I tried it. I was like, oh my God, that tastes like pickles. And then I took it got some cans. I took it to a friend, and they're like, she's like, oh my God, this is so good. So
See, I'm not a guy with a big pickle either, but
you're so real for that.
sorry, I had to.
You're good.
He's just like me for real.
The brewery I used to work at, we made a cucumber beer, and if you like cucumbers, it tastes exactly like a cucumber.
Love cucumbers.
Because like this is fun. You get beers that are like say they're a certain flavor, and you're like, this doesn't taste anything like that. This is
Right.
disgusting. This tasted exactly like a cucumber with like, I think we put some like one of the, like the grass seasonings, and I don't know which one.
Would you rather
It
eat
wasn't time.
100 cucumbers in an hour or shove one in your ass?
Shove one in my ass, dude. Easy.
Fully in there, though.
Yeah, poop it back out. It's a baby one. That's what I
No,
didn't
it's a
tell you.
big
It's a
motherfucker.
zucchini.
No, it's a big
It's
one.
like one of the zucchinis that they let go for too long, so now it's huge. I have a picture of me holding one if you need it for reference.
Please pull that.
Yeah, hold on. Keep talking though.
So,
I'm eating the cucumbers. I
do
don't
you
care.
think you could do 100 in an hour?
No.
And if
but
you
I'm
don't,
gonna-
you have to shove 2 up your ass.
oh, good.
How old were you guys when you learned that cucumbers were pickles, or other way around, I suppose?
I don't
Fairly
know.
young age.
I
I watched cable television.
I was like, it was like 5 years ago. I learned. I was like,
Really?
in,
5,
Yeah, I
dude.
was in college. I'm pretty
This
sure.
guy, he just learned something else recently too, but I don't remember what.
Yeah,
It was something that you
I
should
don't
have
know.
known
Maybe
for
it
a
was
long
probably
time.
middle school. It was probably would be my guess.
Yeah, that ruined my entire life. I learned
Why?
pickled. It's just weird. Like, can I
What
not?
did you think it was?
I don't know.
A pickle?
Yeah, like those things just
That's
exist.
fair. What do you think is up with that juicy brine then? You think that came from the pickle? Yeah, this is the zucchini, by the way. You gotta shove that up your ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, changing my answer.
I know what I'm doing this Saturday.
I hate that you're so good at that voice.
That wasn't even a good one. I think
Then
they're
do a
much
better one right now.
I literally know what I'm going to be doing on Saturday.
Oh fuck! No, it's like in my ears. I have the headphones. No, stop. That's fine. The voice is. No.
I literally want to enter you right now.
No. I am sorry if you guys are wearing headphones. I am so sorry because I had to endure that too. No.
Come on.
I'm sorry, guys. My bad.
We came so far, went so far, got in the end it doesn't even matter.
I know you want me. I know you care. And just whenever, and I'll be there. You are my love. You are my heart.
And we will never, ever, ever be apart. Welcome back to the McPick 3. This week we are going to juice the absolute fuck out of this part. Are we
Whoa.
keeping that?
Yeah, sure.
No.
We're not keeping that?
We're an
Oh,
unserious.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll keep that.
Fuck
I
yeah.
think before that.
We're an unserious podcast.
Good. Yeah. No. Anyway, being serious, I'm doing a little
I
bit.
just said we were an unserious podcast. Mick,
Oh,
settle down.
being a little bit more unserious. We've been putting out some good fucking parlays. Honestly, everyone's been putting out good picks. And
Our last one wasn't so hot. I missed.
No.
did I hit though? Right.
Let me check.
I think
real
two.
quick.
No, I think maybe. I think 2 of us missed.
I think I'm streaking.
Hawk Tua.
I missed.
What did we have?
I had
last
strikeouts.
time?
I had.
I think I'm streaking.
Okay,
right now,
here we
boys.
go. The under 4.5 total runs.
Oh, yeah,
what
that-
you had.
yeah.
In the first 5 innings, we got that. I had immediately washed with the under no runs first inning Phillies game. That did not happen.
That's fine. I was also wrong about the Nats.
Max
Or not the
Homa.
Nats, the Phils.
Max Homo to miss the cut. He made it.
Oh,
to
yeah,
the
Max
Masters, and I
Homa.
had.
Yeah,
we
that-
also
that's right.
we threw Phillies money line in there as well, but they lost. But that didn't really matter.
But
Yeah.
so listen up, boys. I've been streaking, and I was right about my read on baseball. I was super right. I was like, I got 2 good pitchers, scored 1 run. It was great. But in any case, the way I made my cheddar, and I've made cheddar gambling, like I always fucking say, were first baskets in the NBA, first touchdowns in the NFL, and strikeouts in the MLB. And while the NBA season winds down, and I don't get to do a lot more of these, we're going to take Jason Tatum first basket in the Celtics game. His odds are awesome. He hasn't been taking a lot of the first shots, but if we can get a star player like Tatum at plus 750, then we are always going to take that. And it's a great juicer, 7.5xer. Let's get a little bold. Let's win some good fucking money, and let's keep going with the Mick Pick 3 heat.
That's plus 750 is like higher than some of the Mick Pick 3s we've given you. So I'm going to go with game 3 between St. Louis and Winnipeg. This one's back in St. Louis. I have Blues money line. Winnipeg is a wagon. I think they're going to win the series in 5. But the Blues have held their own, and I think they're going to get game 3 at home. I think they're going to, the games have been close. They've been great hockey games, physical. But I think the Blues get one for game 3 on Thursday. But I think that's the only one they get in this series.
Are you implementing the KISS method, the keep it simple, stupid method?
What do you mean?
Just don't overthink it.
Yeah, I mean,
KISS.
pretty much, I guess so.
Keep it simple, stupid.
I like it. For me, we're going to Washington Capitals versus the Montreal Canadiens in Montreal. Was it in Montreal or is it neutral site?
What game is it?
It's in Montreal. It's game 3.
Okay,
that'll be
game,
Montreal.
Because Washington won game 2 tonight.
So we're going, what was the score of that game? They just won?
I believe 3-1 Capitals.
3-1 Capitals, and you know what? The Caps are hot. Keep me at that spread right there, that 2-point spread, the -1.5 spread.
Taking puck
Washington
line.
Capitals puck line, yeah.
God, that should be pretty juicy. That
Plus
should be,
186. No.
I was talking about the whole parlay.
Oh, yeah,
Let me
parlay.
guess. It'll be plus 2130.
Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and double that to plus 4668.
Shut up. Seriously?
Seriously. Put $10 down, win 466. Put 2 down, win 93. You don't have to put a lot on these.
Throw a fucking buck ski on it. Buy
Throw
yourself
$1,
dinner.
get win a quick $47. Oh, Kings just scored again, 3-0.
The Oilers have them right where they want them.
Yeah, Oilers, they're
That's a
shooing.
good joke. I like that.
So yeah, hopefully you follow the Instagram. Hopefully you see this. This is a pretty juiced up bet, so place at your own risk. But we're feeling good about it here at HQ. So go ahead and hop on the train if you want. Anything else we need to talk about before we get out of here?
Just the general beauty of love, really.
Oh,
okay.
Everyone's scared of it, and it's the most powerful energy in the universe. So
yeah, I don't talk to women.
I meant love between anyone, love between a pet, love between a friend. It's beautiful.
Love of the game.
The love of the game. So
Golf.
keep loving and love everyone and always love.
Say I must have a pretty strong love of the game of golf if I'm that bad at it and I keep doing it.
There you go. Isn't that beautiful?
You're not that bad.
It is beautiful.
Isn't that
Well, okay.
beautiful? You love it so much that you...
I let it hurt me
that
because I love it so much.
Exactly.
You allow the things that you love to hurt you every now and then.
Exactly. So just go out there and love
So every now and then, though, I get that one hit that reminds me why I do it.
like crack.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it really is. You just pipe something.
But don't do crack. Do love instead.
or heroin, whatever.
You're
This is
saying
not
do heroin
This
or
isn't
don't?
drug. Well, no, do. But
Oh, I
this
see.
isn't drug advice. This is just
Life advice.
If you want to, do what you want. We're all gonna die eventually.
Yeah, do what you want. I mean,
You know, honestly, I was thinking about it. The way I would want to die is to get injected with every drug ever and then skydive into a volcano.
That might not feel great.
No, I think it would feel amazing.
I think if you do every one all at once, it's just gonna be all this clashing stuff, and you're just not gonna feel.
No,
You're
like-
feel like you want to throw up.
I'm serious. Imagine you're 90 years old. They're telling you have like 2 weeks to live. I would say my goodbyes and then I would go straight into a helicopter, juice myself up with heroin, fent, molly, cocaine, weed, alcohol, nicotine, everything. And then I would jump straight into a volcano.
I'd maybe do like 1 or 2, maybe like crack and cocaine. Like something that mix, because you're throwing in the downers with the uppers there. You're just going to balance yourself out.
Okay, but jokes aside, that would be the way to go out. Skydive straight into a volcano.
Yeah,
That's so
on crack
badass.
and cocaine.
Yeah.
I think my way to go would be get hit by a center block going through an underpass.
Perfect way
Jesus
to
Christ, dude. Let's get out of here. Thank you for listening to episode 10 of the Mick Mac Joe podcast. We hope you enjoyed. Go ahead and follow us on the Instagram. Listen to this on Spotify. We don't have polls right now. We haven't done draft last time or this time, but we'll have a good one for you next week. I promise. Are we recording next week?
Of course.
All right.
Okay.
We'll be back to our regularly scheduled once a week episodes, and we'll have a good draft for you next week, guys.
Okay.
All right. Love you.
Love you.
Don't die this week.
Yeah. Don't let any cinder blocks hit you.
Yeah, or be the Pope.
Yeah. Don't shake JD Vance's hand. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Love you.